All right. So I'm going to make the pass. I want you guys to alternate back and forth who's on offense and who's on defense. So we're not playing real defense right now. All we're doing is Stone, come stand here. Everett, come here. So all you're doing is I want you to, he is that top defender. He's just here to kind of push on you a little bit, okay? I want you to catch and shoot. I want you to just catch it. So I want you to catch it. If you got to take a dribble, take a dribble. Here's the problem the moment you take a dribble. The moment you take a dribble, the guards now can come play, right? There's no reason go on the wing. There's nobody on that court can guard me because of how tall I am, right? So if you throw to my hand and now I go like this, everybody else can come dig. They're like piranhas in the water, right? They just want to come get the ball. How many times we saw it? We saw it 15 times a game last year in the middle school, the Bull Run games. Every game, the ball was constantly getting up, jump ball, up, jump ball. Not as many, but there were a bunch on Thursday. So now instead of catching it, as I'm catching it in the red, if you will, I catch, keeping the ball from here, I raise right up to shoot. No reason you have to, if you have to dribble, now you got to bring the ball lower. So if you have to take a power dribble, it's a fast power dribble up to a shot. All I want to see you do now is I want you to catch it, shot. That's it. Catch and shot. Then we'll work on catch, either a pump fake or just eyes up to kind of get this defender to go, oh crap, he just made 2 in a row. I got to come guard him. And then we're going to drive by. Good? Jump shots. All right. So this defender's back. He hasn't scored. Or he's not, he didn't come up on you. And while we're going to do, I'm going to pass. You guys just, again, the defender, you're not playing. We're just trying to simulate what that looked like, right? So ball comes here, like this. Good. That's it. And then you guys flip-flop, go offense, defense. You can move that defender out of the way. Just put it right under the hoop. That's fine. Good. So what's important is as you catch it, right? I'm going to lead you with a pass. Your hand tells me where I should throw it. This defender has come out on me to guard me. It is going to be really hard for me to throw a bounce pass here if the defender's right there. So as I catch it, I'm going to be looking, and it's probably going to be something like that where I'm leading you into the next shot or into your shot. So I want you to go with as the pass is coming, I'm leading you into that. It's a 1-2 catch and shot. Okay? Good. Good. When you got, don't go to block his shot. Go, I like that. Go and try and swipe low to force you guys to keep the ball high. So all you're doing is you can sneak around him. Oh, I don't want you guys to dip on your shot or bring the ball low. I want you to catch it right into your shot. Good. All right, now the defender, I just want you to stand there. Don't go after. Shoulders and everything going this way. I want your aggressive shoulders forward over your toes, 10 toes to the rim, knees, shoulders ahead, going this way. Versus you, I would rather you get a charge because you're so aggressive going forward than falling away and missing. Because who's rebounding that ball? Because you're going to miss it most likely because you're fading away, so you're going to be short. You have no chance of getting your own rebound. There was one time, dude, I thought you were going to dunk it. It is no joke. You went in for the rebound and missed like if the ball had been right at the front of the rim, I was convinced that you could have dunked it. Now, you probably would have just sprited it off the front of the rim, and it would have been embarrassing. But I noticed it because you were flying and anticipating that that eventually is going to start to happen because you're anticipating things happening in the game. That just kind of popped in my head, and I thought that was really funny. It would have been crazy if all of a sudden you just went, oh damn. Oh, get those feet. Good. Aggressive to the rim. Try and give you guys some different passes. Good. So now we're catching it in that orange/red range, right? Where we are now a problem for the defender or for the defense. That pass, good. I promise you that you're not going to get all good passes. But let's just say I'm not here, right? That's a good example of you guys are here by yourself working out. I don't know how that would ever happen, but let's just assume it, right? Throw the ball off the wall. Throw the ball off the other hoop. Like that's how we play. That's how we play and get better. Good. 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 Shoulders are back, right? Forward, leaning, going towards the rim, going towards the rim. The only time you ever miss short is when you do that. And occasionally when you mess with your hand with your other hand. But other than that, that's the only time you ever miss short. Good. Now seal just a little bit higher. So now that defender is up here, right? A little bit higher. So now, because what I'm trying to get you guys to do is I want you to shoot a little bit further away now. Good. Everett was trying to take advantage of my bad pass. Good. Yeah, look great. I was just before you asked that question, that right there just proved to me that you can do it. Just proved to you that you can that shot you can make all day long, and as open as you were right then, you were actually probably more guarded by the defender here that I told not to guard you than you were. You're more guarded by him right now than you were on Thursday. So when you go back and watch the game, look at that. That's what game film's about, right? We're watching the film on especially that team, right? Let's say we played that team again 2 or 3 times in the season. NBA does it, obviously college does it. If it's a conference team, you're playing them twice. And then you'll probably play 2 or 3 or maybe four of those teams again in the conference championship in the tournament. So you know, and you play those same players over and over again. If I'm playing against Stone and he's going to a rival school and we're both freshmen, we know we're going to be together probably for 4 years playing against each other. I probably play against him in the off season. So I know his game. That's what scouting report and watching film, that's why it's so important. And that's why it's so great that you guys have the Band app and that coach can put the video on. I'm lucky enough to be able to know how to and upload the game film. You guys are the beneficiaries of me doing that. And you have a coach that's willing to take the time to go through it like you guys do. Okay? So let's just go to the other side. More aggressive. Good. So 2 more each. Awesome. All right. So now what I want to see is you guys are going to catch it. Okay. No defender. So now I'm going to throw it to you. Not even going to lead you as much because what I want you to do is I want you to catch it. Show. It doesn't have to be a full pump fake because again, you got the big slow center, and he's probably going to be. It's not going to take much to probably fake him out. So as you guys come in here, right, this might be enough. Just showing your head and eyes and body movement in that direction, he's probably going to lunge. So as you do it, this is really important so you don't travel. As you catch, you go here and then you go by. Or you go here and go away from where the ball came from, this way, and go in and score. Okay? Doesn't have to be a pump fake. Get your head up. Good? Yeah, I want you to catch it as you're going in the same way, and then I want you to make your pump fake and go. Yep. Good. Now I want you to go and score at the rim, right? Because you're never, good teaching point, right? This pump fake, even if he jumps all the way up to the sky, right? And then I go right here, I haven't moved, right? So now the defender, on his way down, he's already up there, and now he's blocking your shot. So as you show, go somewhere. That's why you'll see a lot of, in the NBA especially, which usually leads to a travel that we all argue is either a travel or not a travel, because it's a gather step and then 14 steps, is they're creating distance away from the person who was just guarding them. So if I pump fake and they jump, I want to get away from this spot because that person is now in the air and is vulnerable. So now I can go there, or more importantly, I want to get to the rim because that's going to cause those two to have to rush to get in on me. Okay? Here we go. Good. Good. Just make sure you keep that. I couldn't tell. Make sure you keep that left foot on the ground. Good. Yeah, make sure you keep that. If that left foot, if you go 1-2 with your left foot, that left foot is your pivot foot. So when you go in to score, I know what you're doing and I know why you're doing it. But as you go by, this hand stays down and you do this. Not when you're in the paint and not when you're going against bigs. And certainly not in the zone, right? As you go here, I need you to get here. I need this hand up protecting the basketball, and I need you trying to get to the top of the backboard. Good. Strong hoop. Strong to the hoop. Okay? That one was all right. I don't care if you jump off the other foot. That doesn't matter. Yeah, that's okay. All right, let's talk about it because I want to make sure that I don't want to turn this into teaching you guys or not teaching you the footwork and then we travel, right? As I step in, it's 1-2 because that's how you both do it, okay? So I'm using that as an example. There's other ways to catch it. You can catch off the hop. You can catch 1-2. You can do a replace step. Whatever you're choosing to do, you guys both do 1-2, so I'm going to teach that. So as we come here, it's 1-2. As we raise up the pump fake, right? Everything goes up to try and show that pump fake. If I do it too fast, I probably went so fast that the defender didn't even move. Larry Bird had the slowest pump fake ever, and still was able to just take people out like crazy. So as I catch here, 1, 2, we raise up. Now, what's my pivot foot? My left. It's the first foot that was down. So I basically anchored that foot, pivoted into the shot. So the next foot that can move, the only foot that can move is that right foot. So as I raise up the pump fake, and then I rip, and I go that way, this foot is going to go here. As I rip and do, we call it like ripping in like a C, here and here, this ball has to come out of my hand before this foot comes off the ground. If I do this, it's a travel. That's why this is so important. So as you come in, 1, 2, it's here, step, dribble, and as that, now it doesn't have to be on the ground, but the ball has to be out of my hand. So as I rip and I go here, now we're playing. Show it again in more full speed here. 1, 2. So we're playing. Good? All right. Good. There we go. This is the hardest one to do. Now I want you to go left. Okay? Very good. Good, Everett. Good move. Good left. Awesome. Very good. Couple more. Say it again. Yep. You do. That's right. Now, when don't you have to do that? It's a good question. Okay? If I go here like this, 1, 2. Okay? That was what I chose to do. That's that 1, 2. This, no matter what direction I decide to move from going forward, this is my pivot foot. It has to be because that's the way I stepped into it. But if I catch it like this, which is my pivot foot, either one. So now, if I catch it like that on the hop, I can go this way, right? But I can't pick this foot up until this ball comes out of my hand. I can't go 1, 2 and shoot, right? So again, same rules apply. I'm a little more conservative when it comes to my what's a travel and what's not a travel, because I want to teach you a guaranteed way that's not a travel. If you can get away with it and the ref doesn't call it, if I go 2 miles an hour over the speed limit on the way home and I don't get pulled over, was I speeding? Yeah, I was speeding, but I didn't get caught. Hopefully I don't get caught, right? So here, off the hop, I can pivot with either foot. So now if I want to step across still, I can, or I can go here, and now I can go quick. It really depends on, one, what you've practiced and what you know and what you're most comfortable with. But I will say this, there's value in, because ultimately when you catch the ball, I want you to be ready to score at all times. Obviously, I don't want you to be ready to score if you catch the ball in the backcourt because you're helping out the press. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you're catching it here, I want you thinking, you don't know what you're going to do when the play happens, right? So as I go to catch it, I'm going 1, 2. I want you catching it. There's no thought I have to make. I am fully prepared because when I 1, 2 into it, I didn't 1, 2. I didn't 1, 2. I didn't 1, 2. I went 1, 2. Why did I do that? Because that's the way we practice it every time we shoot, every time we catch a basketball on the court. What can I do from this position? The number one thing I can do and why I do it shoulder width apart, I can shoot. And it's the way I learned to shoot my entire life. So I'm now fully prepared to score a bucket from right here. I don't have to do anything. Now, as I raise up, they're like, holy crap, that was he got there really quick. I better go block his shot. Now I can go here. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to go, oh, I know I'm going to pump fake this guy this time, so I'm going to catch it on the hop. Don't do that, right? Oh, I'm going to pump fake him, so I'm going to catch it this way this time. And then I'm going to go this way. That's just going to confuse you. If you're a 1-2 shot guy every time, that's what you should do every single time. Now, there are times when you're going to catch the ball too quickly, or I'll give you an example. One time it's really hard is, it's hard to go 1-2 is if we used to run a play, it used to be called a Florida screen. So the guard would dribble that way, and somebody would come set a back screen here for me, and then I would fade to the corner. So as Stone throw, and I'm fading, and I go back like this, it's really hard for me. It usually ends up being a right foot, left foot. So it's really hard for me as I'm catching the ball and I'm fading away, unless I empty the pocket to be able to go 1-2. So there are going to be times when you can't do that, but 99% of the time, 95% of the time, it's going to be just a 1-2 shot. Okay? So a couple more times, and then we're going to, we'll switch it up. What you got? Say again? Oh, they can, well, we'll see. What time is it? Oh, wow, okay. Ready? Good, really good. Good footwork, Everett, very good. That's awesome, really, really good. Yep. All right, good job. That was awesome. You guys have questions about that? Okay. What I want you guys to do, and I want you guys to work on it here right now, is one guy's on offense, okay? Come on over here, right underneath the hoop, okay? We're playing, you're coming right here, okay? We're playing right here, like 2-3 feet out, that's it. He's on offense. I'm gonna hand him the ball, you're gonna score. The moment he scores, or you get the ball, you're trying to score. And you're playing defense, okay? Try not to foul. Why am I doing this? Because when we get in the game, it happened to you, right? It happened to you in the one layup. You should have made that layup, right? No big deal. Whatever happens, you should have made his layup. Fine. I want you to be in positions where you can score, and if you don't score, you're right there for your own rebound, okay? That's why when I say, when you guys come in to shoot a layup, right? You come in like this, and then I end up all the way over here. There's no way that I can get over here in case I miss the layup or in case he tips it. Right, but he had blocked. But the one time he had like 3 blocks. That was. But you're right. Like you take a chance by going and blocking that shot versus, and that's why you probably would have blocked the shot. But remember, in order for me to block a shot, or if I'm gonna just hold the ball up like you're gonna shoot, right? So I can do a couple things, right? I want to go meet that ball either at his hand or at a point before goaltending. I got to jump. I want to be able to get as high as I possibly can. I got to go this way to get high. But if I'm jumping that way, there's no way that I can get as tall. Like I might only get this tall if I'm going this way, but I might get this tall if I just jump straight up. So those are things you guys have to figure out, and that's what's going to help in this drill. So right now, Everett's got the ball. He's going to start. He's going to try and score. Stone's going to try and stop you. The moment the ball is rebounded, or that whoever gets that rebound, you're not playing live. The ball goes out of bounds, just come in here and reset. I don't care, just start like this. I'll have you start like this. You start with the ball here, defender behind you, and now we're playing, okay? I don't need you to keep score. I just want you guys to work on trying to score in with a defender. I'm going to go talk to coach real quick.